Right, guys, this video is a really important one, okay? I've got loads of information to give you, loads of points of research. You need to look all this stuff up yourself. I'm going to do a bit of myth busting as well, and I'm going to put things into perspective for you, right? At the end of the day, we're hitting the ground running. They're launching a campaign against us. We give you this information so you can use it yourselves, all right? We don't want you to take our opinion, because you're not going to be able to see what we see. What we see is far worse than what we tell you, okay? So what we want you to do is judge for yourselves. That is all, okay? And everything I talk about now, you will find on our website. If it's not on our website, I will show you the source for everything, okay? So first of all, I want to start with Kirsty Williams' speech. I did a video on her speech of the day, but I want to grind into it a little bit more now. When she said that this was a campaign of misinformation, we were saying it was a global movement to sexualize children, and it was conspiracy, paedophile conspiracies. Now, I spoke about pie in that video, but I'm gonna go a little bit deeper into it, not much deeper, just a little bit deeper into it for you, right? And I'm gonna bring it back into the UK, and I'm gonna put things into perspective for you, okay? So first of all, I want to draw your attention to this document here, which is the UNESCO document, all right? This is the one that is referenced in our RSE draft, and is also referenced in our newest document, which is the consultation report, which was published on the 15th of December. Or was it? No, it wasn't. Sorry, it was published on the 4th of December 2020. You will find that on the resource pages on our website, www.publichypertensionwales.org. Education, our say, our way. Go down, subheading. You will find the resource page. You will find this stuff there. Go on that document. So the consultation report starts from page 121, is where they discuss RSE. You will find reference there that they will be using the UNESCO technical guidance. What does that say? This is the technical guidance on sexuality education. Okay, this was published 2018. So this is the one they're going to try and fob you off with, but we're going to look at it anyway, okay? So when you open up this document, right, guys, one of the first things you will see is like just a little bit of information there, okay? I'm actually going to read this out to you now. So please go on our website and read this for yourselves. And if you find anything I say that's untrue, then please, you come forward and you show everyone that I am lying, okay, guys? Because I do not want you to have the same opinion as me. I want you to judge for yourselves, okay? You are the jury. We have got a debate on the 26th of January, but it's not a debate where we go in and debate. It's all one-sided. We submit our evidence on the 18th of January. They got a full week to cherry pick which parts they want to pull out and which bits they want to discuss and which bits they want to make us look like we don't know what we're talking about. This is why it's important you see this stuff for yourself, okay, guys? So I'm going to read now what it says on the first page when you turn it. The Global Education 2030 Agenda. UNESCO, as the United Nations Specialised Agency for Education, is entrusted to lead and coordinate the Education 2030 Agenda, which is part of a global movement to eradicate poverty through 14 Sustainable Developmental Goals by 2030. I just want to stop there. So they want to eradicate poverty. Can I just say something, guys? A lot of you talk about tax invasion, okay, and the tax dodgers, and how they could feed the world with what they get away with. Well, there's a lot of people that plough millions and billions into this organisation, okay? They could have done that a long time ago, but they set out to do it through sex education anyway, okay, guys? So, education, essential to achieve all of these goals, has its own dedicated goal 4, which aims to ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities for all. The Education 2030 Framework for Action provides guidance for the implementation of its ambiguous goals and commitments. So in there, it's already told you that it's a 2030 agenda and it's a global movement, okay? So they want to improve education for all. Why aren't there schools in third world countries? Why are there children uneducated and why are there children that can't eat? This is a massive organisation that they keep saying they're going to solve all these problems and they still haven't. Now they're doing it through the sex education, all right? So this document is based on 87 studies. So you would have heard Kirsty talk about how this is tailored for the children of Wales. So out of those 87 studies, a third of those were done in third world countries. 40 of them were done in the States, okay guys? So that has nothing at all to do with Wales. What you'll find is a lot of this work is referenced, right? So what I mean by reference is they'll say something and then it tells you where they've had that from. So a lot of it is referenced back to itself. So its partner agencies, World Health Organization, UNICEF, it's all funded by themselves, okay? And it's all referenced back to themselves as well. So apart from one bit, guys, which I really want to draw your attention to, common concerns about CSE. They call it CSE, which is Comprehensive Sex Education, all right? Now, with this table with the common concerns of CSE, they do not reference it at all, okay? Now, I keep asking things like, well, where does it safeguard? Can you show me the evidence to prove that? They can't do it, and this is why they haven't referenced that as well. One thing they say here, parents will object to sexuality education being taught in schools. Most parents are among the strongest supporters of quality sex education programme in schools. Well, that's funny, guys, because all the polls and consultations prove otherwise, don't they? So this is the document we are working off, guys. I want to point one more thing out to you as well. Our government signed up to the Global Education in 2017. This only came in 2018. Okay, so what did they sign up to? Well, statement 1.3 in here tells us, okay, that this is a revised version of the WHO document, the 2010 document, okay? Why do we need a revised version? It tells you there, the first version of guidance was published by UNESCO in 2009, okay? In partnership with a joint United Nations programme on HIV and AIDS. That's not applicable to us in Wales. I mean, children don't need that. The United Nations Population Fund, United Nations Children Fund, and the World Health Organization. Since its publication, the guidance has served as an evidence-informed educational resource that is globally applicable, easily adaptable to local context. It is not, right? We've proven that 10 times over. So this is telling you it's part of a global rollout, it's part of a global movement. Our government has referenced this in our most recent document that was published on the 4th of December, and they also referenced it in the RSE draft on page 4, which was published in February 2019. Okay, guys? So, paedophile conspiracies, here we go. So you've all seen something that I've posted. This book is called You're Teaching My Child What. It's written by Miriam Grossman, okay? She's a child psychiatrist, adult psychiatrist. She knows her stuff, guys, right? But she's fighting this in America. So this is something that she's written in here, and this is a Kinsey associate and former Seekers president, Wardall Pomeroy. Okay, he said these words: "In father-daughter incest, the daughter's age makes all the difference in the world. The older she is, the likelier it is that the experience will be a positive one. The best sort of incest of all, surprisingly enough, is that between a son and a mother who is really educating him sexually and who then encourages him to go out with girls." Right, guys? Mother-son incest, father-son incest, children, it's rape. Okay, it is not incest when they are children. Okay, it is rape. So what's this got to do with us? Well, guys, Seekers actually, what's the full word from? Can I see it here? I can't see it. It's on this page somewhere. Right, so Seekers actually write the sex education for UNESCO. Seekers and the Kinsey Institute are advisors to United Nations. It's easy to find out, right? So points you can Google now is UNESCO a global rollout, or you can even go straight to our website and read the document yourself and read it there. It's telling you it's part of a global rollout, all right? As for the Kinsey Institute and the paedophile conspiracies, there has been court cases in the past, guys. Dr. Judith Reisman has been fighting this for over 40 years, okay? You need to look at the Kinsey report. Now, Alfred Kinsey was a sexologist, okay? Now, he changed the way we think and feel about sex, this, that, and the other. He made us more radical towards it. Look up the Kinsey report. It's well documented. His research was based on children that were sexually abused. The perpetrators of abuse had to use a stopwatch and time how long it took a child to orgasm, have a biological reaction, I'd like to add, and how many times they could do it in 24 hours. Now, guys, I can't look at these documents because they make me so angry and so upset, right? But my memory serves me correct, it was the youngest child was 5 months old. Somebody else has said 2 months old. So whether that 2 months is further down the table and I got to 5 months and it turned me sick, I do not know. But look it up. You can look for the Kinsey report, okay, guys? So all these things connect together, guys, all right? And it's no secret, I did not write these documents. I am not partnered with these agencies. It has nothing to do with me. Right, this is nothing to do with me. This has been around longer than what I have, guys, right? But now it's something to do with me because it's coming into Wales. We've got to challenge it. We've got to stop it, guys, right? So basically, guys, if I told you Jimmy Savile was writing this sex education, you would not allow it, right? You would not allow it. But 40 years ago, you would have, okay? 40 years ago, Jim would have fixed it, okay? Jim was a philanthropist. He did all his charity work, all these sick kids. He was on the telly. Everybody loved him. 40 years ago, you would have gone for it, all right? So are we making these same mistakes? Yes, we are, because it's referenced, guys, throughout the books, throughout their own documents online, okay? These all connect, and these are all real. So, guys, I want to say something else as well about Jimmy Savile, right? He was Britain's most prolific paedophile. There was insufficient evidence, okay, for a criminal conviction. How can you be the country's most prolific paedophile if there's insufficient evidence for a conviction? Now, guys, I just want to stress here, he didn't give himself the key to Broadmoor. So why weren't those people investigated? Why haven't we had a conviction there, okay? He didn't give himself access to these children in hospitals. Why aren't there convictions there, okay? There are failures. There are failures to protect these children. He was given access. He was given access to lots of things, okay? And he worked for a lot of people as well. We all know this now, all right? Back then, we would have turned a blind eye to it. It's time we start listening now and time we start learning from the past properly, guys, okay? So let's bring it into Wales a bit, shall we? The Waterhouse report, guys. Abuse in the care homes in North Wales. Historic, was it? Well, you know, these complaints started in the 60s, guys. The Waterhouse report is 3 or 4th report on the same incidents, okay? It took a whistleblowing social worker, Alison Taylor. She was fighting it decades, guys, right? What has been done since then? The final report commissioned was in 2012. That's not historical. What has changed? What has changed, okay? So I'm going to show you something else now. And there's something called FPP, right? They are fitness to practice panels. Now you can get them for the social services and you can get them for the Education Council as well in Wales, all right? The last time I checked the social service one was in 2018, June 2018, and there was either 245 or 247 fitness to practice panels in that time. Now, we also know that the reports and accusations don't get taken seriously. So if we manage to have that many fitness to practice panels, how many things actually happen for us to have that number, okay? So going on that, I thought, right, I wonder if we've got one for education. And I found it, okay? So this is the Education Council Wales, and they only keep their fitness to practice panels published for 6 months. So what I want you to think about here now, guys, is like we've been on lockdown, okay? We've been on lockdown, the children have not been in school, been remote learning, okay? So in spite of that, okay, we have had since September the 4th until December the 8th, there was a total of 24 fitness to practice panels, okay? 9 of those were sexually orientated, and you can look at these yourself. So again, guys, these are just the fitness to practice panels. So we know things don't get reported and we know things go undetected, okay? So the number is always huge compared to the actual outcome, right? So this is just the fitness to practice panel. We don't know if they were convicted or anything like that. But we found 9 out of those 24. So we're talking about 40%. Do you know what I mean? We're sexually. Now, guys, these kids haven't been in school, right? These kids haven't been in school. They haven't been able to carry out these fitness to practice panels. It's all been done remotely. So let's have a little read, guys, shall we? Right, so what we got one here. They are named, guys, right? You can look at them yourself. This was the 17th of September 2020. So this teacher made inappropriate comments, including, and this is in April 2019, That girl needs a good S, H, well, it hasn't got the rest there, but there's 3 other letters. Needs a good, and it begins with S or words to that effect. You refer to a colleague as a C and then another 3 letters in the presence of learners. You call one learner an FNP, chav, skunk, thick. Where is the other one? And he asked, and he also permitted learners to play truth or dare and discuss matters of a sexual nature. Now that is, guys, most of these people had 2-year suspensions, right? So we had people having 2-year suspensions for not declaring a conviction on their DBS, but we also had 2-year suspensions for sexual things. I'm going to go through these quickly with you because I think you're going to be surprised. That was one of the more milder ones, okay? So, right then, this one. Again, so this teacher here now, and it's got their names there, right? You need to look at these, and this is in Cardiff, okay? So around the 10th of February last year, made a social media post which included a link to Person A's Twitter feed. Feel free to join in. So that's Person A, right, guys? He made a derogatory comment about Person A's appearance. Oh, that one's not sexually motivated, really. I don't think. Yeah, I think that was just behaving inappropriately anyway. Right. So this one. Where is this one? This is well, the names of the schools and everything's there, right? So one teacher engaged in inappropriate online conversations of a sexual nature about children. So this person again was removed from the register for a period of 2 years, right? This one, right? So this one happened in 2017. So this is all Wales, okay? So account A contacted a pupil A via a text message on social media, sent messages to pupil A of a sexual nature, engaged in social activities with pupil A outside school, engaged in a relationship with pupil A of a sexual nature, and had sexual intercourse with pupil A on more than one occasion. It's rape. It's rape. Why aren't they calling it rape? That's a criminal offence. Why aren't they calling it rape? He had sexual intercourse with a student. That is rape, okay? And they teaching these kids about consent, mind. It's absolutely crazy. Right, so here's another one, guys. Carried out inappropriate search on a college computer for lingerie. Carried out an inappropriate search on a college computer for erotic photography. And also accessed websites on a college computer containing inappropriate material and explicit and pornographic material, okay? And this happened during working hours, guys. And again, that one was taken off the register for 2 years. Right, this one. Right, so this happened to pupil 1 when she was in year 8, okay? Guys, listen to this, listen to this. Pupil 1 while she was in year 8. He massaged her shoulders, rubbed her back, including around her bra area. He placed his hand on her while he was using the computer mouse for an inappropriate length of time. So pupil 7, we're talking pupil 7, so we've gone from pupil 1 to pupil 7, okay? We don't know the bits that's happened in between. This is just the outcome of the fitness of practice panels. This is all they publish in, right? So pupil 7, and this was published the 23rd of October 2020. Pupil 7, on at least one occasion, while she was in year 8, he massaged her shoulders, placed his hand on her while he was using the computer mouse for an appropriate length of time, rubbed her back on her breast up to time 20 seconds, maintained contact with her body when she moved away. So this one now, we got pupil 8. And this was when she was in year 8. Repeatedly told her to break up with her boyfriend. Offered to write her a script or words to that effect to help her break up with her boyfriend. And suggested that breaking up with her boyfriend was part of her homework. Okay, again, this guy was suspended for 6 months. Guys, you moved to register for 6 months. Jesus. There must have been cause for concern there. There was 8 pupils that we know of, okay, on that thing. Right, here's another one, guys. This one was published 21st of October 2020. So this one made inappropriate comments to pupil C in the presence of other learners. She would be good in the hay. She was built for comfort and you won't go hungry off her. Other comments to pupil D. Bisexuals are greedy. I don't really like bisexuals, but I'll make an exception to you, okay? So that was pupil C and pupil D. What happened to A, B? Guys, how many were there? You need to look this stuff yourself. I'll put the link in the thing, all right? Let's have a look how long you had for that. 2 years. Remove the Fred Chef, 2 years again. Right, this one is quite thing. Right, so this one contacted one or more colleagues to discuss the case with them. He asked colleagues to provide a copy to him of the school computer system. For an unknown period of time, he used the school computer system to store personal files, images of an inappropriate or sexual nature on premises during school hours. He exposed his penis at the desk, took sexually explicit photographs of his penis. This is in Swansea. His action set out above was in breach of the City of Swansea's ICT acceptable use of policy. Oh my God, this went against the acceptable use of policy, and this went against their code of conduct and the school's e-safety policy. What happened to him? He showed his penis in class, right? And he was removed from register for 12 months. Jesus Christ. Right, done. There's another one. This is the last one I'm reading now, guys. This is the last of the 9. Exchanged messages with child A, which were of an inappropriate nature, and B of a sexual nature. During working hours, inappropriately text and telephoned child A. Met child A whilst he was working. And then he met a child whilst he was working, and he put his finger down the back of child A's tights, making a quacking noise, and kissed child A, right? This person, again, he's been removed for 2 years, right? So this is in Wales, and this is just from September to December, all right? These are just the fitness and practice panels they did, which was 24. So let's just say, we know it's COVID, right? They're not doing what they usually do. So let's just say now, right, they do 24 anyway, okay? That's how many they can do in 3 months. That's like 100 a year, isn't it? And if 9 of those guys were of a sexual nature, you need to start looking at these things. So I've shown you now, guys, right, that this is a global rollout. Well, I've read it to you, okay? I want you to see it for yourself. This is a global rollout. This sex education is linked to people who store data on paedophiles and don't give it to police, all right? We've also established that we would have let Jimmy Savile write our education 40 years ago, okay? You know, but we took, do you know what I mean, guys? We took the risk, we ignored the things. Nobody's being convicted of what he's been up to, okay? Nobody's taking responsibility for that. Nothing at all, okay? He's gone under the carpet, he's dead, now he died with them. No way, Jose. You need to read this book, guys, right? It's got a lot of information in there, okay? You've seen the quotes by people running these organisations that are actually writing these documents. And then we spoke a little bit about care homes, what's been done since all these issues have gone on. Absolutely nothing at all. Why do they have to keep commissioning so many reports? Because obviously they didn't get the work done the first time. And guys, I've just shown you 9 of the 24 fitness to practice panels which took place in Wales between September and December. Sorry this video is a bit long-winded, but I will put a link to the fitness to practice panels up right now. Please look into it, guys. At the end of the day, like I said, I don't want you to have the same opinion as me, but what I want you to do now is I want you to judge. I want you lot to be the jury, okay? As far as I can see, we are not going to get our day to say what we want to say in front of the government. So all you can do now, guys, right, is take what they say, take what we say, gather their evidence, take our evidence, and you view the evidence and you make judgment for yourself, okay, guys? They'd be quick enough calling you in for jury service. We are calling you in for jury service now, and you act on that verdict, guys, okay? I know this video is a little bit long-winded, but there's a lot of information in there. All of it's truth. Go looking for it, guys. And any questions, get in touch. There will be more videos coming from us this week, okay? We are flat out. Get researching. Get on top of your game. Put pressure on people. Wake people up. We need to rise. Let's wake the sleepy dragons, guys. This is our opportunity. We can do it, all right?